Have you ever wondered if guardian angels might have wings bigger than we imagine? Today we meet the gentle mystery of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where something extraordinary watches over a small town nestled beside the flowing Ohio River. This heartwarming tale comes from American folklore, first shared by families in the 1960s who believed in the magic of protection and care. Our story follows young Emma, a curious girl with bright eyes who loves solving puzzles, and the townspeople who discover that, sometimes, the most mysterious helpers come in the most unexpected forms. Will Emma uncover the truth about the gentle giant with glowing eyes? Can the town learn to trust their silent protector? Let's discover together what happens when mystery meets kindness in the hills of West Virginia. Every morning in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, mist dances across the Ohio River like nature's own magic show. The town sits cozy between rolling green hills, where old oak trees whisper secrets to anyone who listens carefully enough. Emma Martinez, age 10, always walked to school along the riverbank, her backpack bouncing with each curious step. Emma had a special gift. She noticed things others missed. The way birds changed their flight patterns, how cats suddenly looked up at empty sky, the gentle way flowers seemed to turn toward shadows that shouldn't exist. Each sunset, she would sit on her grandmother's porch, sketching the changing colors in her nature journal, while Grandma Rosa shared stories of the old days. Mi nieta, Grandma Rosa would say, her weathered hands warm on Emma's shoulders. This town has always been watched over by something special. Sometimes the best guardians are the ones we don't expect. Emma would nod, not quite understanding, but feeling the truth in her grandmother's gentle voice. Little did she know that soon she would discover exactly what Grandma Rosa meant. It started on a Tuesday morning when Emma noticed something unusual during her walk to school. Mrs. Henderson's usually adventurous cat, Whiskers, sat perfectly still on the porch railing, staring up at the old water tower with intense focus. Emma followed the cat's gaze, but saw only morning clouds. "What are you looking at, Whiskers?" she whispered, but the cat just purred and rubbed against her hand. At school, Emma's friend Tommy mentioned something strange too. "My little sister keeps drawing pictures of a big bird," he said, pulling out a crayon drawing of a massive winged figure with kind, glowing eyes. "She says it watches over our house at night, keeping us safe." Emma studied the picture carefully, feeling a flutter of excitement in her chest. This was the beginning of a mystery, and Emma loved mysteries more than anything. Over the next few days, more curious things happened around Point Pleasant. Mr. Johnson, the mailman, mentioned that his route kept taking longer because he felt compelled to check on elderly neighbors, as if someone was gently nudging him toward houses where people needed help. The local newspaper received several reports of a gentle presence that seemed to appear wherever someone was in trouble. Emma started keeping a special section in her journal just for these mysterious occurrences. She interviewed her neighbors with the serious dedication of a young detective. Mrs. Chen at the grocery store shared that she'd felt watched over during a recent storm. Not watched like someone spying, she explained, but watched like someone caring. Emma's curiosity grew stronger each day, and she began to notice patterns in the sightings. The mystery deepened when Emma discovered that all the sightings happened near the old bridge that connected Point Pleasant to the neighboring town. Something important was happening there, something that made people feel safer and more connected to each other. Emma realized she couldn't just wonder about this mystery anymore. She needed to solve it. That evening, she made a decision that would change everything. "Grandma Rosa," she announced at dinner, "I'm going to find out who our town's guardian really is." Her grandmother's eyes twinkled with pride and just a hint of knowing. Sometimes, mi nieta, the most important discoveries happen when we approach them with open hearts. That's when Emma realized this mystery might be bigger and more beautiful than she'd ever imagined. The next evening, Emma sat quietly by the bridge as the sun painted the sky in shades of orange and pink. She had brought her journal, a thermos of hot chocolate, and most importantly, an open mind. The air felt special, charged with possibility, like the moment before a birthday surprise is revealed. Emma's heart beat steadily as she waited, knowing somehow that tonight would bring answers. Just as the first stars appeared, Emma heard the gentle whisper of large wings moving through the air. She looked up to see a magnificent creature landing gracefully on the bridge's highest beam. It was enormous, but moved with the gentleness of a butterfly. Its eyes glowed with warm, golden light, not scary, but comforting, like the glow of fireflies on a summer night. "You're beautiful," Emma whispered, and the creature tilted its head, as if understanding. In that moment, Emma realized this wasn't a monster, or something to fear. This was Point Pleasant's guardian angel, watching over everyone with endless patience and love. The creature spread its wings wide, not in threat, but in protection, like a parent bird sheltering its young. Emma felt a wave of peace wash over her, understanding flooding her heart. As Emma watched in wonder, she understood that some mysteries aren't meant to be solved. They're meant to be appreciated. The gentle guardian had been watching over Point Pleasant for years, quietly helping, silently protecting, asking for nothing in return except the town's well-being. Emma smiled, realizing she had found something more precious than answers. She had found proof that love and protection come in many forms, some more magical than others. Emma's breathing slowed as she watched the guardian spread its wings once more and glide gracefully into the star-filled night. Her heart felt full, like a balloon filled with warm air and happiness. The mystery was solved, but instead of ending, it felt like a beautiful beginning. She understood now why her grandmother had always spoken of Point Pleasant with such love and reverence. Emma had learned that some of the most important truths aren't found in books or explained by adults. They're discovered through patience, kindness, and believing in magic. She felt different now, more connected to her town and its stories. She had gained something special, the ability to see wonder in everyday moments and trust in unseen protection. The next morning, Point Pleasant looked exactly the same, but Emma saw it with new eyes. Every friendly wave from neighbors, every act of kindness, every moment of community felt connected to their gentle guardian's loving presence. The town continued its peaceful rhythm, blessed and protected. Emma returned to her daily walks to school, but now she occasionally looked up at the bridge and smiled, knowing their guardian was watching over everyone. She had become the keeper of a beautiful secret, one that made her feel special and connected to something larger than herself. And from that day forward, whenever Emma saw acts of unexplained kindness around Point Pleasant, a lost pet finding its way home, neighbors helping each other without being asked, or simply the feeling of safety that wrapped around their town like a warm blanket, she knew their gentle guardian was still there, spreading love with invisible wings. Sometimes the most powerful protection comes not from what we can see, but from what we can feel in our hearts. We all have moments when we sense something watching over us, guiding us toward kindness and safety. Next time you feel that gentle presence, remember Emma's discovery. Guardian angels come in many forms, and love often works in mysterious ways. You have the same ability Emma found to recognize magic in everyday moments and trust in the unseen forces that keep us safe. What would happen if you looked for your own town's gentle guardians? Tell us in the comments. Have you ever felt like someone was watching over you? Share this story with someone who believes in everyday magic. Like and follow this channel because we upload one magical story daily to help you learn English while discovering the wonder in every tale. Tomorrow brings another adventure. Don't miss it.